How to decorate with soft pastels, worn wood and cottagecore charm for a farmhouse retreat feel. Hey there, lovely souls. I'm Emma, your guide to all things cozy, charming, and effortlessly beautiful in home decor. Welcome back to Decor, where we explore the art of creating spaces that feel like a warm hug. Today, we're diving into a dreamy aesthetic that blends soft pastels, worn wood, and cottagecore charm for the ultimate farmhouse retreat. Whether you're looking to refresh a single room or transform your entire home, this style will wrap you in a sense of peace, nostalgia, and simple beauty. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's journey into the world of soft hues, vintage textures, and timeless tranquility. There's something undeniably soothing about soft pastels. They bring a gentle lightness to a space, making any room feel airy and inviting. Think blush pinks, powder blues, muted greens, and buttery creams. These colors create an environment that whispers rather than shouts, offering a delicate contrast to the often rough textures of farmhouse-style decor. The magic happens when pastels are layered with natural materials. Linen curtains that sway with the breeze, cotton throws draped over well-loved armchairs, and ceramic vases filled with wildflowers from the garden. It's all about embracing softness in a way that feels organic, not overly polished. The key is subtlety, choosing pastels with slightly desaturated tones so they feel vintage rather than overly bright. This way, they blend seamlessly with the warm, worn woods that define farmhouse aesthetics. Speaking of wood, let's talk about that perfectly aged, beautifully imperfect texture that makes a farmhouse feel like home. Worn wood, whether in the form of distressed furniture, reclaimed beams, or weathered floorboards, adds soul to a space. Unlike new factory-finished pieces, aged wood carries history in its grain. A farmhouse retreat should feel like it has stories to tell. Perhaps an old dining table that has hosted generations of laughter, or a vintage wooden dresser passed down through the years. One of the easiest ways to incorporate this look is by mixing and matching different wood tones. A whitewashed coffee table, a honey-toned oak bookshelf, and a driftwood gray bed frame can coexist beautifully when balanced with soft pastels and cozy textiles. The trick is to let each piece shine, while ensuring the overall space feels cohesive and lived in. Now, let's add some cottagecore magic to the mix. Cottagecore is all about embracing a slower, simpler way of life. And what better way to express that than through decor? Delicate floral patterns, lace-trimmed linens, and handmade accents bring a sense of romance and nostalgia to a space. Picture a kitchen with open shelves displaying well-worn cookbooks, vintage teacups, and glass jars filled with dried lavender. Or a bedroom where soft, ruffled bedding invites you to curl up with a good book. The key to cottagecore charm is imperfection. Slightly mismatched plates, hand-woven baskets, and rustic pottery all add to the charm. It's about creating a home that feels curated over time, rather than designed in a day. To enhance the warmth of your farmhouse retreat, consider layering textures. A chunky knit throw draped over a linen-upholstered sofa, a braided jute rug beneath a distressed wooden coffee table, wicker baskets filled with extra blankets, waiting to be used on chilly mornings. Textures bring depth to a pastel-based color palette, making everything feel rich and inviting rather than flat. One of the best things about farmhouse decor is that it encourages a tactile experience. Soft fabrics, rough wood, cool ceramics. By mixing different materials, you create a space that feels both comfortable and dynamic, like a sanctuary that invites you to touch, feel, and truly live in it. Lighting plays a crucial role in setting the mood. A farmhouse retreat should feel warm and inviting from the moment you step in, and the right lighting can make all the difference. Soft, ambient lighting, think woven pendant lights, antique-inspired table lamps, and flickering candles, creates an atmosphere of serenity. Instead of harsh overhead lighting, opt for layered sources. A soft glowing lamp beside your reading nook, fairy lights strung along an exposed wooden beam, or a delicate chandelier that casts a warm glow over your dining table. The idea is to create pools of light that feel intimate, rather than flooding the entire room with brightness. No farmhouse retreat is complete without a touch of nature. Bringing the outdoors in is essential to this style, whether it's through fresh greenery, dried flowers, or botanical prints. Imagine a kitchen windowsill lined with potted herbs, their fresh scent mingling with the aroma of morning coffee. Or a bathroom where eucalyptus hangs from the showerhead, releasing its calming fragrance with each steamy shower. Even a simple bowl of fresh pears on a wooden countertop can add an organic touch that makes the space feel alive. Nature has a way of grounding us, reminding us to slow down and appreciate the beauty in simple things. When decorating with soft pastels, worn wood, and cottagecore charm, it's important to let your personality shine through. This style isn't about following strict rules. It's about curating a space that feels like you. Maybe that means adding a stack of vintage books to your coffee table, displaying family heirlooms on open shelves, or hanging hand-painted artwork that tells your story. A farmhouse retreat should feel personal, lived in, and full of character. The best homes are the ones that reflect the people who live in them. So embrace the little quirks and details that make your space uniquely yours. At its core, decorating with soft pastels, worn wood, and cottagecore charm is about creating a home that nurtures you. It's a style that embraces imperfection, values history, and encourages a slower, more mindful way of living. When you walk into a farmhouse-inspired space, you should feel an immediate sense of comfort, like the world outside can wait while you savor the moment. Whether you live in the countryside or a city apartment, this aesthetic is about bringing warmth, tranquility, and a touch of nostalgia into your everyday life. So if you're dreaming of a home that feels like a cozy countryside escape, start small. Swap out harsh colors for soft pastels. Introduce a few vintage wooden pieces. And incorporate thoughtful, nature-inspired details. Over time, your space will evolve into a retreat that reflects your love for simplicity, beauty, and comfort. Remember, decorating isn't just about how a space looks, it's about how it makes you feel. And in a home filled with soft hues, warm textures, and charming details, you'll always find a place to breathe, relax, and truly feel at home.